a one-star director with Emery at the moment. Prior to my joining Emery or the industry, somewhere in 2004-5, I was a manager for a microfinance, which, when I consider the amounts, the pay that was coming in, it was nothing to write home about. And so, for the first time that I heard about network marketing business, and I saw guys there who were making so much income. Their bonuses that they were getting per month was crazy. In them days, that was around 2,000 Ghana cedi or 20 million in the old Ghana cedi. And so when I saw these guys making all these kind of monies, I said, look, I can't sit at that microfinance office and be making something so meager, all right? So I actually jumped into the boat. I decided to work this thing out with all that was in me. And the fact was that I even advised myself, I vowed to myself that I was not going to write a single application letter to any company for any job. And that was exactly what I did. When I started, of course, it wasn't so smooth. There were challenges along the way, but because I had already given up on the job and decided not to go for any other thing like that, I focused on it, and then within 1.5 years to 2 years in my doing that kind of work, the other network marketing company, I saw success. Okay, I rose to one of the highest levels in that business, and got travels around the world. Traveled to US, Africa, Kenya, and all these other places, Dubai, and so that was how things started, and the journey has been very, very smooth until along the way, somewhere 2 years ago, okay, let's say 3 years ago, I was almost getting off the industry, and October 2018, I saw my brothers posted something on Emery on Facebook, and contacted him. I followed up to the office, and I saw a brand new system, which was not like what we used to do. Okay, it looked so different, and I saw the board system, which was new to me, the first time of working something like that in a system where we call the Emery board system. And so when I saw that, and I look at the plan, the payments on the plan, and also the products. Okay, we have a product that is quite new to the industry. Okay, I'm talking about the Emery Virgin, which is actually one of the flagship products of Emery, and of course, to the world is something new, because this is the first time that something like this is being brought to us, which is changing lives in different homes. And those things actually convinced me to start anew in the Emery journey. So that's how I got to work around with Emery, and for the past 2 years, the journey has been an awesome one. It's been a journey that I would have missed if I were not to give in for this opportunity. So that's how it is, and we are in to do something great over here. Like I mentioned, in terms of joining the Emery opportunity, I remember when I saw the opportunity at the office here. That was on the 8th of October 2018. I got crazy. Okay, I got crazy. It was something that was so exciting, and at the time I had to get that money. That's like $805, so that was like 3,925 Ghana cedi to get on board. And I had to call some friends. Some of them said no, they can't get, but I have a brother who promised to get me the money. And so the next day I got the money, rushed the office to make sure that my name was in the system. God being so good, my wife also being supportive, After I registered on the Tuesday, on the Wednesday, she also borrowed money to get on board. Okay, my wife is a corporate person. She has worked for other companies, but when it comes to network marketing, she has some idea. So she doesn't really give you any tough time, as in, okay, my husband is not getting into corporate system and all that. No, she understands when it comes to business. So she gives me the full support. I mean, traveling here and there, I have to travel on my own and do this thing over here and do that over there. She gives me that opportunity to do that. And so she also borrowed money the next day and got on board. And so in less than 2 weeks, I spoke to some friends, of course, and 2 of them decided to join me. And so that gave me 3 people to sign up under me. And in less than 2 weeks, when the boss broke, I became a leader of the next board. And the story began from there. So just these 3 people I got into the business changed the whole system. Along the way, I got others involved anyway, but that has been it. For me, it is the right thing to do, and Emery is the place to really be. If you really want to make an impact in your financial life in the near future, Emery has been a journey that I can certify, and I certainly advise, okay, all my friends. Sometimes I'm there and some of them will call me, I can see that you are doing well, so what can I do with you? Okay, what can we do together? And so in that sense, some of them even come on board and we all move on to the next level. Indeed, there have been challenges in everything. I mean, if there's no challenge in your life, then you are not really up to anything, okay? So there have been challenges in the business, because sometimes people will promise you, oh, I'm going to do this, and they don't do. And then you will get people to join you doing the business. Along the way, some of them will get distracted, okay? But I always maintain my assertion that, look, if you really want to make it up in life, you want to make something great in your life, and the only way you can do that is to remain focused, okay? You don't have to get distracted. You have to have a single eye. You have to be focused on your dream. All right. So the number one challenge that I would say is in our business has to do with people getting distracted, and you knowing what will make them great. You knowing what they need to do to maintain a balanced life. Sometimes you try to speak to them and they don't really see what you are trying to let them see. But some of us, because we know what it takes to be successful, we know that focus is a key aspect to success, okay? And challenges are in diverse situations. Sometimes you give out products to people and they end up never paying for it. Okay, so these are all challenges that comes along life's journey. But with determination, you know where you are going, you know your goal, you will never give up. You are always on track. I remember very well that when I joined my first network marketing company, I started seeing success almost about 2 years into the business. I've done a number of companies before, but the truth is that I joined Emery with a certain kind of mentality, with a certain kind of passion. And so doing this business, in just 1 year in Emery, I began to experience a huge financial turnaround, okay? For the first time, I got a 6-figure income, all right? I made a 6-figure income in just 1 year in doing the business. And I have traveled with Emery to Egypt, which was a dream come true, because I've read about the pyramids and all these other things. But when I became an elite manager, of course, I qualified for this trip. And with the company sponsored, everything was paid for by the company, our air tickets, our accommodation, 5-star hotel that we slept in, everything was done by the company. Now, what I would want to say here is that when I was in the other companies, sometimes when you qualify for these trips, they either pay your airfare and you pay for your hotel, or they pay for your hotel and you pay for your airfare. And the other issue is when you get there, the only meal you have is your breakfast. So your lunch and your supper is up to you. But it was different right here in Emery. When we got to Egypt and Cairo, in fact, we couldn't eat the food. Morning, afternoon, evening, night, you couldn't eat. Okay, everything was paid for, and the experience was quite an awesome one. I don't know how to describe it, but the truth is that we have enjoyed ourselves as being members of this great and awesome company. And when it comes to the car reward, I qualified for a car in my first company after about 2 years in the business. But the truth was that to me, that was like a scam, okay, because you have the name as somebody who has qualified for a car, but they don't give you money, they don't buy the car for you. The only thing they do for you at most is like they give you a bank, they give you a letter to the bank to go take a loan. And every month you are supposed to be maintaining a certain volume, okay? So that volume, out of that volume, you are paid a certain amount of money to be servicing for the car. Now, the months, or if you are not able to maintain those volumes every single month, it means that you have no car reward amount paid to you, all right? So I remember very well that out of the 36 months that I was supposed to qualify for the car, I don't remember actually getting 10 months out of this 36 months payment. So I ended up paying for the car myself, all right? But in Emery, in fact, the moment you become a director, you qualify for a car, the company pays upfront, okay? You don't have to go for loan, not at all. And currently I use a Honda CRF 2019 model. I never went for a loan to buy this car. The company paid upfront, and that's what I drive now, okay? And so for me, we have a system that is working, okay? A business that, if we can understand this and just focus on this, nothing will elude us. We will surely break forth and get the best of financial success, all right? So for me, for us as of now, we have, one thing I've been dreaming about is how I can buy things without stress, you know? You don't have to stress yourself too much when you need things in life. That has been my faith, that's been my belief. I believe that I must enjoy financial freedom as others are enjoying. I must drive the best cars as others drive, all right? So whatever it was going to take me to enjoy this kind of life, legitimately I was going to do it. And Emery is answering to that, okay? So financial freedom, time freedom, because as of now, I don't need to be doing a compulsory auto ships every month. So in the other companies, every month you have to be doing forced auto ship, and that means that you have to even buy products when you don't have to, okay? But in Emery, you have your freedom. All the monies that are made in Emery, they never came because I was doing monthly auto ships. We do that because we have others, customers are calling for you, okay? That's fair. But if customers are not calling for you, you don't have to force yourself to entangle yourself with all this kind of forced system that you end up never getting anywhere with it. Okay, so that's one of the things that I enjoy right here in Emery. And today the business is online. We do Zoom meetings and all these things. We get people online who do business with us. So the time freedom is there. I can be in my home the whole month, and I'm still getting business going on. And I get the money, I make the money to really enjoy the lifestyle that I really had to enjoy. Yes, indeed. Every day in Emery is a memorable day. Given right now as I'm talking to you, it's a memorable time with me. My memorable day in Emery was when we found ourselves right after the Egypt trip. We came back and we had another trip to enjoy at Aqua Safari. In fact, that very day was when I was pronounced a director in Emery. That was like 30 months in building the business. Now, the amazing part was like, we got to Aqua Safari, offloaded everything, and we were going to have our lunch. Okay, so right in the lunch where we were having lunch, the board was moving, things were happening, the office was working, and all of a sudden, it was like something has happened. Okay, a director was produced, right? And that day was quite something else. And that they said they were going to pawn me, and it was quite an amazing event. Okay, it was quite an awesome event, a very memorable one, of course, and I will never forget, because that very time we had our guest speaker with us in the person of Mr. Brian Louis, all the way from Trinidad and Tobago, and such an awesome person with us, and this thing happened that day. We can never forget that day. So to me, that was the most memorable day in my Emery adventure. So we have goals to achieve, and our goal is to really make others successful. I mean, once you are a tool in the hands of God to affect other lives, I mean, there is nothing better than that. So these goals will have to be achieved at all costs. For me, when it comes to talking about what to let our fellow Emerians and non-Emerians know is that Emery is a great journey. It's a good opportunity that if you really know what it takes to succeed in the industry and what is happening out there, you can realize that, or you realize that Emery is a legitimate company, and some of us have been in the industry for about 15 years. We know what is good, we know what is not good. We have seen people who have been with us for a while. Later they think, okay, let me go and try this and that, and they find out that, look, they are thrown themselves into a big trouble. Okay, I don't want to use certain words, but the truth is that when you leave Emery, you have nothing good to compare to it, seriously. So if you're an Emerian, I would advise that you take a very serious look at the business. Never stop grinding. Just keep focused and keep working at it. Patience is a virtue that we all need. Okay? We'll all get to the top. We'll all get the rewards. But we need that patience and commitment to really get it right. Okay? So for you, the one who is yet to join us, I want you to know that this is the greatest opportunity that can come your way. Apart from your salvation, I think Emery is one of the greatest things that can happen to you. So kindly join us and let's ride this trail together. The future is awesome. Emery United, go to Diamond.